Mr. Linton has a vision to be a balanced individual by continuously improving and sharing knowledge and experience while honoring human responsibilities. Starting his career as an engineering apprentice, Mr. Linton counts a total of nearly 40 years' experience in every level of an organization, such as trainee, supervisory, junior senior executive, management, chief executive officer, top management, and as an entrepreneur. Areas covered during this period are engineering, manufacturing, quality assurance, general management, business development, property development, project management, contract management, and training and educational work in prestigious organizations in Sri Lanka. He has upgraded his knowledge with a Master of Business Management, diplomas in Business Management, and in Industrial Engineering. Executive Development Program Residential in Technology Management at the Maastricht School of Management in the Netherlands, and followed the Council of Engineering Institutions, London Part 1 and Part 2, through the Institute of Mechanical Engineers. He has participated in various workshops, seminars, locally and abroad, including Japan, Taiwan, India, Malaysia, China, Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, Thailand, and has the flexibility and adaptability to work with any culture. He is a certified environment management and food safety certification consultant. As a part of achieving his vision, he is involved in many social activities. He was the past president of PIM Alumni Association, present president of Netherlands Alumni Association, the Institute of Quality and Productivity Management, Sri Lanka. He works with many voluntary societies and has worked with Cygnus Sri Lanka and Asia for film appreciation, media education, and film award presentations. Mr. Linton will be speaking to us today on the topic of leveraging technology to enhance productivity and quality in modern architecture and construction. Please welcome Mr. Linton Fenando to the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me thank the Institute of Architects for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge with you. And in fact, I think the earlier speaker, Professor Vijay Sundara, gave a very good background on what and who is a polymetric architect. So with that note, this is final note to become a social, environmental, and cultural friendly architect. I suggest that you have to leverage on the technology as well. So this is to show you how you have to understand how you can use technology in increasing or enhancing the productivity and quality of the architectural aspect of your or construction aspect of your work. So this is, I think you heard about myself, and I always work to balance myself. It's a part of my kind of vision to balance myself, and that also to increase my quality and my productivity. We have to start with ourselves always. Whatever the profession you are in, you have to start with yourself when it comes to productivity and quality. So that is why I want to show this. I have been analyzing my life throughout, and this is you can see the graphs on the left-hand side, how I have been performing in last, and I'm still doing that. So just want to share this. First, be productive. First, be a quality person. So then we'll go to how you can leverage technology to enhance productivity and quality in modern architecture and construction. So during this 15 or 20 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about productivity and quality in relation to architecture and construction, and also relevance of these emerging technologies of your quality and productivity improvement methods and the use of technology. And I'm not going to talk in kind of, very specific, kind of very expanding the topics, but I am going to introduce you what you have to understand, what you have to learn, what you have to be aware of with regard to technology. And when it comes to our work, we always try, if now from now onwards I'm talking focusing my speech towards architecture and construction. So when we are thinking of all these aspects, we always try to build a better place, faster, of course economically, and of course more sustainably, very simple terms, right? And finally, we have to minimize the waste from the projects we are doing. So are we minimizing waste? Because I'm talking about productivity and quality. The productivity is minimizing waste, and the quality comes, again, I will come in the next one. What is quality and productivity? Because if we understand certain things, you know, so if you understand the meanings of quality and productivity well, you can, half of the journey you can go with it, right? So when you say lean is zero waste, now the quality from the inception, it was evolving. Initially it was quality controlling. That means sometimes they identify, rejects and then rejected. Then it came, next step was quality assurance, and then ensured that there is no reject going on like that, but still there are rejects. And then it came to total quality management, then company-wide quality management. The other step, then quality management systems. Is not only one area of the organization or so you have to look into the total quality management system. And now it has evolved to zero waste. No waste means no rejects. In very short terms, it's called lean principles. We are working towards zero waste. So that is the quality concept at present, zero waste. So if you know what is lean, it's the definition of lean itself shows you what is lean. So if you can really read what you have here, the red color words, if you want I can explain in single even. Practice of that considered the expenditure of resources for any goal. Very clearly you have to understand expenditure of resources for any goal. The use of your resources to achieve something other than the creation of value for the end customer. Other than the creation of value to, if you don't create any value to the end customer, so it's a resource which is not, useful for the customer. It's a waste. So you have to eliminate that. So that is the idea of lean. So just remembering, very clearly again, if your work is not adding any value to your client, so your work is a waste. So we have to eliminate what is not required, what is not increased, giving an increased value to the customer. So that is what, very simple terms, you have to understand those simple terms. Remember, even in your life, if you know yourself, if you consider yourself as an architect or as a human, so if you are not giving any valuable to your customer, any valuable work to your customer, so what you are giving is a waste. So eliminate that. Lean is simple that. So when you are eliminating that, you are not wasting your time, you are not wasting your resources, you are not wasting your money. So the productivity and quality comes at this stage. The quality means, now say for example, not what I want. Say if you are designing a house, you can't design what you want, right? You have to design, you have to understand what the client needs. So satisfy the need, fulfill the need. So then first thing is satisfying the need. So that is where quality stands. How to satisfy the need. And the productivity comes how to satisfy the want. Fulfill the need is quality, satisfying the want is productivity. So there are many ways of satisfying wants, especially if say, I'll take an example of a client who needs a house, right? What is the house? Why the client needs a house? The client needs shelter. Shelter is the basic need of the client is shelter. And the want is not just a shelter, but a house with a roof or a room, boarding house maybe. But if someone is coming to you, they are coming with a different concept, house with a kind of a nice garden, waterfront house, or an apartment complex, or even some cottage or something like that. It's the want. So how do you satisfy the want? If your design doesn't give shelter to the client, you don't satisfy their need. So that is the most important thing. The quality starts from there. The productivity starts from when you are trying to satisfy the want. Want means it's completely different from one person to another. So the want, satisfying the want of another person is different from another person. That is where your skill, your design levels, or so when you are satisfying that want, you have to understand their want properly. If you don't understand, again, it comes to the lean concept. Then you are using your resources not to increase their value requirement, not to satisfy their requirement. So which means your inputs will be wasted. So that you have to identify very well with the RU, with your kind of expenses or expenses in when you use resources, it's an expenditure. When you use your time, it's an expense. When you use your money, it's an expense. Your knowledge is an expense. So are you using your time, use your knowledge, whatever the things you have, are you using it to increase or add value to the customer? That means, are you satisfying the want of a customer or no? So if you are satisfying a need only, just shelter, that's enough. The quality just okay. But productivity doesn't come with that. Productivity comes with satisfying the want. So productivity, if you say, is in mathematics, it's output divided by input. So output value, input value. Always the output value has to be much higher than the input value. So on that context, as an architect, what is the input and output? What is the input you get? What is the output you give? So deciding house, I'm just taking this example, house or even a commercial property or even any other building or any other environment. I must say environment, right? And I think earlier Professor Vijayasundar mentioned is you have to be very, polymatic, that means social, environmental and cultural person. So understand everything, but that's very much required. But now with the recent developments, are you ready with technology also? Because there are so many things available, technology to make your life easier, much easier, without wasting your time unnecessarily on unwanted things, without wasting your valuable brain in thinking of other technological things. So I will let you know what are the things available. Coming back to about technology now. So this is about quality and productivity, how it relates to the discipline of architects and construction. So think always eliminate waste. Eliminate waste. When they become zero waste, and the quality will be okay. And finally, productivity also you have gained. So that is something you can applicable in your profession, in your personal life, and also in your social life. And in coming to technology, if we take the latest things available, this gentleman called Alex, he has found out in January, last month, he put out this paper and identified major trends in 2025, 11 trends he identified. And these are the 11 trends. I'm not going to discuss everything, but we will be going into details in certain things, where the important things. If you just go through project management software, you are almost, I think, already aware, which makes things easier when you are managing a project without, like wasting a lot of, clerical time, a lot of supervision time, a lot of other involvement. You can easily use those project management software. Those are, of course, simple things. And actually, when you are looking at these 11 areas, they are coming from different areas: IT, engineering, technology, art, even science, medical, even building information system, printing. So every area it comes in. So like it's actually polymatic. Polymatic is on the other hand, integration of various professions. Integration of various professions. So this has so many professions involved in this. So you don't have to be an expert in all these things, but you have to understand whether these things are there and how can I use this to improve my productivity and the quality of the work I am doing. So that is what is important. So the virtual and augmented reality, you know what is virtual reality? You can create, virtually you can create any environment. So with those glasses and with those equipments, you can go to a different world. You can say, if you design something, you can go to the expert in virtual designing, someone, you don't have to do it personally. You can go to someone and get it done, and you experience your own design before you go to the client. If there are any mistakes, augmented reality, you create, use this atmosphere and create digital layers in that. Understand how you can differentiate, remodeling places, you can understand very easily with all these things. And generative AI, chat GPTs are available. Now there are possibilities of, now mostly chat GPTs are available, AI, artificial intelligence available from the data they have. They will analyze with the information they have and then they will give you an answer. But here generative AI means there are chatbots or even various AI platforms where you can get results even after analyzing, was considering your various other, if you input various other factors, they will analyze everything, even they will predict most of the, even they can generate images, they can generate videos, they can generate text, anything. So see how easy you can plan, how easy you can concentrate on your work, on your architectural design work when you are using and thinking of technology. Then conventional robotics and automation. In Sri Lanka, I know it's very much less, but you go to Dubai and Singapore, you will realize how they are doing construction. Very much less is done at the site, very much less. And you know, all these things are prefabricated, everything done outside, even like assembling a car in an automated factory. So think of those things, think of those are the things available. Blockchain technology. Now again, what is blockchain technology? A kind of set of data, say for architectural professions, you all can get together and have a set of data where everyone contributes with their, and you can use those data, the participants of the certain blocks can use those data, exact data, and it will maintain all the data, and of course it will maintain even the transactions, it will maintain. So that's the blockchain technology is used by many professions, especially in the medical profession. So if you want to see, if you want to check about the sickness, so they can, if you are one of the participants of that blockchain, you can go into that blockchain and see what has happened in the world related to the sickness and what are the solutions you can take. So like that, you know, so now I think earlier the professor just showed how you can get information, right? So this is a big way, and you can have, of course, security, data security, everything you can have. The digital twins, that means you can create your design, practical, completely digital model you can create. So you can see your design before you give it to the customer. 3D laser scanners, 4D simulations. So you can scan a product, scan a building, and you can build, do a 3D print with that. And do 4D means you add the time element. So that means if you want to build a building, you can build it with time, so that the project management, you can see at a certain time, certain period, you can build up to this level. After some time, you can build up to this level. So where you can understand the progress of the thing, you can pre-plan everything. Everything is very easy. It's related to mainly construction, right? And then BIM, building information models and 3D building. So building information models also, the architects have to combine all the other kind of facilities the building must have, or the environment must have. That means maybe electrical, plumbing, or various other facilities. So if you take one, this is something, very general term, what you can look into, because I know that during this time I can't explain everything, but I'll give you some idea of very important tools, especially now when it comes to the 3D printing, right? I think most of you all know about the technology, LiDAR. It's kind of a drones where you can send a drone with LiDAR technology. You can capture. Actually, it's not capturing a video. It's not capturing a photograph. It captures data. So it's not photographs. It's not videos. It captures data. Say, for example, if you take use a LiDAR drone here, right? It captures the place, and it will give you the measurements of the chair. You can get the measurements of this chair even. Distances, I will show you one practical examples which we did in Sri Lanka with Gold Heritage. Excuse me, can we play the video? Can you play the video? I'll show you a video what we did practically. We did at the Gold Heritage Foundation for Gold Fort. It's a project, digitalization project. Actually, one of your architect, Dr. Nilan Kure, was the chairman at that time, and I was involved in the management team, and we did a digitalization project at the same time. This, you can see how what type of wonders we can do with LiDAR. That means we can identify any place. So this is, these are the kind of places this is the Gold Fort, complete Gold Fort, and you can see this is a processed video. This is not the exact thing. This is a processed video for our presentation purposes. You can see, you can even count the number of tiles. Any simple damage where you can get a complete 3D complete 3D print to the scale, to a correct scale, and you can see these measurements. You can take the measurements, areas, everything you can take with those recordings. So that's why I said it's not recording picture, it records data. Now you can see here. And it took 2 days for us to do this recording. So height of this clock tower, it says 26.071 meters, 071 meters up to the last millimeter. And you know this, we check this, we reinforce this with the survey plan approved by the Survey General, and it was accurate, very accurate, up to 2 centimeters. 2 centimeter accuracy in all these dimensions. You can see how we can use that technology in your design. Now, actually, when you, now for example, you of course can go to Gold Fort and get all the details, but how many days it will take to get these details if you want? If you want to remodel a building, see? Remodel the building, you have to get the measurements, go to it, but with this technology, it's just a matter of seconds. Just a matter of seconds, you can have this on your computer and do the designs, and also, again, you can do a design and then recheck with 3D prints, recheck with virtual reality, recheck with augmented reality, and then see how fast you can do. That is where the productivity goes up. The quality depends again on the requirement. So this is something we practically did. That's what I am saying this, and with this information, we are working out complete digitalization of gold project. So it's a big project, and that covers including the virtual reality. They can, we are trying to developing an app where a tourist can pay and take it, come to this place, and we go to a place like this, say for example, go to a museum. With the use of app, you can check all the details of what they have in the museum. So this is It's again polymetric approach. Now, architects' involvements are there, archaeological involvements are there, construction involvements are there, management involvements are there, artistics, everything is there. So the relevance of technology to this polymetric, your theme this time is very, very important. So this captures millions of data points. Now, for example, when you have to actually, can you remember the first slide? So there's a planning to be done. You have to understand which areas to be captured. So the final, so if you want to repair this roof, you can go to that place, measure the roof, then you can easily get the quotations to do whatever. So only once you have to record the whole thing, only once. So we have done the whole complete goal fort. And with that, we can do a complete model of the world goal fort to the scale. So now like this, we can have it. So we are working on that, and areas you can easily calculate. Say for example now, there are so many places in the world also, they are using this. Now for example, you want to do some design in UK or maybe in Africa, you want to get information, you have to go there, you have to go into those places, analyze everything. But if you can tell one of those organizations there, okay, get the LiDAR information, and without even going there, in front of your desk, you can see everything very, very in minor details even. In that one, you can see all the small defects, cover of, size of the manhole cover, everything is there. So see, this is actually, you don't need to know the technology there, but you have to understand is how to use this technology, how we can use this technology, how architects can use this technology in design. So understand, there are so many, if you go to these sites, now this is kind of a 3D printing. I think if you Google now, when you see this building was done in Russia, constructed in 24 hours. 3D printing, nothing, no people involved. This building is about 400 square feet, and one bedroom apartment, and done in minus 35 centigrade atmosphere, the environment, minus 35 with 3D printing technology. So of course the doors and interior, just Google and see, I think 24-hour construction using 3D in Russia. You will get the complete set of videos related to this. You will see how they are using 3D technology in actual construction. And see, what you're thinking as architects, this house is a different model. So how are you, if you are to use the 3D printing, how can we change our designs? How can we be innovative? Now we have more time to think about those things rather than wasting your time in how to construct. So there are so many technology available, so much of technology available in the other things. Now you can concentrate on building information modeling. So all these areas you can integrate, you can check everything, so you don't have to have, wait till they do and get information. Everything you can do. Those are very simple now. See, it has a cost, but at the same time, it has a value, cost and value, right? So with that, I talked about the augmented reality. Now, after you design, still, if the customer wants to enjoy your product, this is the best way. The customer you can design you can design whatever the things you have to do, even a house, a commercial building, even any environment, you can design. And if you do virtual reality transfer, so the customer can easily experience your product before building. After the building, if you have to, you know what's happening when construction. sometimes you go there, this is not nice, break this. Again, what happened? It's waste. Minimizing waste, productivity, zero waste concept. So minimize waste, thinking of, so those, during the construction, when you do modifications, it's always a waste. It's not productivity. It's not quality. Quality may be finally, the building is okay, finally the product is okay with the customer, the quality is okay, but the productivity, where the productivity has gone? Inputs. I have personally experienced when building houses, how many times the architect has to go there and tell them, don't do this, cut this off, break this off, do it this way, right? Because the client can't sometimes experience your design, because not everyone can read the drawings, not everyone can understand the 3D models we are producing. But with AR, VR, your customer can enjoy and you can experience the real product. So with all these things, you can be, of course, very productive, and with all these things will boost productivity and efficiency and enhance quality. And what I really want to understand, you to understand is that there is technology where we can use and we can concentrate our brains to improve our professional output. Our professional output, our architects or construction output, you have to concentrate. I think very, very correctly, earlier speaker, Professor Vijayanswara pointed out, you have to be polymetric. That means you don't have to be, expert in everything. But with using this technology, how easy to understand an environment. If you want to understand the environment, social of course you have to get in a different way, but if you want to understand the environment, go to LiDAR. Very easy. You have to get the complete environment to your desktop and do the design there itself. So think of those technology and be innovative. There only we can innovative, creative. Concentrate your minds on innovation, creation. So with that, you can go for a sustainable future. So work for zero waste. Understand the resources you use not to increase or add value. Resources you use not to add value. To the resources you use to add value to a product, yes, keep it. Resources you use not to add value, eliminate. So that is the zero waste. So that's all I had to present today. Again, I must thank the Institute for calling me today, and have a nice evening, and wish you success for this exhibition.